Welcome to another edition of Be Real 365. Today's question, what is your greatest achievement? Are you guys ready to see my greatest achievement? I'm about to show you. That. That is my greatest achievement. No, I'm not kidding. But literally that. I mean, come on now. I'm looking at the screen. That right there took me months and months and months and months. That took me a long time. But that's not my greatest achievement. You know what? I don't know what my greatest achievement is, to be quite honest with you. If I were to say anything, it would more than likely be that I started a business on my own without anyone else, and it is becoming already successful just in the few months since I officially started it. That's huge for me because it's not something I ever thought I would do. I always thought that I needed a lot of help from other people, and you do need help from people, but uh, I'm not to say that I didn't receive a little bit of help, but for the most part, me starting this business recently, starting this new media company, has been one of, not the, but one of my greatest achievements, I would say, just because really it just means a lot to me. I have always wanted to own my own business ever since I was a kid, really, honestly. And in 2015, I stepped out to start officially my own business with a friend of mine at that time, and then made it work. We built it into close to a six-figure business within its first 2.5, 3 years, and or 2.5, 2 years, and that was big for me. That was pretty monumental for me. And then when I sold my half of the business, I was kind of lost last year. And then, I pursued the magic thing to do magic full time and didn't really work out. Had a lot of setbacks with that. And just the world was telling me, hey, you need to get back into media, at least right now. And so that's what I did. So earlier this year, a few months ago, about 5 months, I decided to officially start my new media company. And I have reached my first financial goal for that company, like the money that I wanted to bring in every single month. I have just now reached that first goal. I've actually surpassed it by a little bit as well. So that for me is a huge achievement. It means a lot to me to have reached that goal, something that I didn't necessarily know that was possible. I kept telling myself that it was, which I think is a very big part of it, of its success. And so, yeah, I think this business right now is one of my biggest achievements so far. I have a little bit of an issue with starting things and stopping things. I started the Dream Nation project and stopped it for a few years to pursue the other business. And I just recently started that back up, this being part of that whole project. The Portraits in Pink project that I started, photographing breast cancer survivors. My goal was to get to 100 in the Richmond area. I got 59 so far, but I once again stopped that just based on circumstances. And so that's something that I want to start again. That once I finish that, once I get to 100 for that, that is going to be a huge achievement for me. Uh, in the process now of figuring out how that is going to be able to be finished. Very much looking forward to that. And really ultimately just building a life that I desire and have always wanted. That in and of itself is an achievement for me. Self-realization of where I am in life, what I'm trying to accomplish, just the self-realization alone is a big achievement for me. I think a lot of times we see it, the achievement as the final outcome. I would argue that the achievement is built along the way. The achievement Even realizing, even taking the first steps towards a goal or a dream is an achievement, a big achievement in and of itself. Because when you think about it, how many people out there are actively pursuing their goals and dreams? Not many. And so for you to step out and say, I'm doing this no matter what, that is a monumental achievement. So be proud of yourself for even having the guts to do it in the first place. And then build small achievements along the way. For me, like I just mentioned, I had just a first initial financial goal that I wanted to reach for my business that I just reached. So that's an achievement. Now I've set a new goal. And then I built goals along the way. I built achievements in along the way, which is super important to do. And then I don't think, here's another reason why I don't think that the achievement is the end goal, at least for me. Because the end goal for me is never a finite thing. For instance, the Portraits in Pink project. Once I reach 100 breast cancer survivors photographed in the Richmond area, that's just the end of just that one particular piece. But the project I want to live on. I would love to do 100 breast cancer survivors in other cities around the world too. So that might be, it starts off Portraits of Pink RVA, and then it's Portraits in Pink DC, and Portraits of Pink Philly, and Portraits of Pink New York, and Portraits in Pink San Francisco, and Portraits in Pink New Zealand. And so I really want to go to New Zealand. And so, and I will someday be there. And so that ultimately for me is the ultimate achievement for me is the ability to pursue the things that I want to pursue my dreams and goals, even just going after them in the first place. So, what are some achievements for you all? What are things that if you have achieved in your life, what do you consider big achievements? What are some things that you want to achieve that you haven't yet achieved? And then why are you not going after them? What is the reason? Do you think that it's impossible that you can achieve something? You need to change your mindset. At least go after it. And if you fail, then you fail. But you'll learn something from the failure. Hopefully. So that is my ploy to you all, is to go out and achieve something that you don't think is possible. Because even if you don't reach it, you have gotten a lot farther than the people who never tried to achieve anything.